Hey there, champs. As we all know, King Ryan Garcia, and Devin the Dream Haney were supposed to start negotiating a fight, but Ryan Garcia pulled out the negotiations before they even started. We are going to be talking about that, and we are also going to be talking about Ohara Davis, Ishmael Barroso, and Rolly Romero. And how everything in boxing changes so quickly is really the theater of the unknown. And we are going to be talking about all of this and more. But before we get into that, if you guys are not subscribed, please punch and knock out that subscription button. That way you'll never see it again. And ding that notification bell. That way you'll never miss any of my new boxing videos. Alright guys, let's get to the round. Ding, ding. Alright champs, let's get started. As we all know, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney were supposed to make a fight happen, and everybody thought it was really going to happen, including me. But for the past week or so, we have seen Ryan Garcia hang around Floyd Mayweather a lot. They were taking midnight runs and they seemed like they got pretty close. But a lot of fans and content creators were saying that Ryan Garcia was getting advice from Floyd and he was going to pull out the Devin Haney fight. But I actually thought the opposite, because Floyd Mayweather was one of my favorite fighters and Floyd Mayweather never ducked no one. When Mayweather was an active fighter, I was the biggest Mayweather fan, and I still am, but he's not fighting anymore. Me and my boy Jose were the only ones at the Mexican parties that we were at, the only persons going for Floyd Mayweather, even when Floyd Mayweather was fighting against a Mexican fighter. And the difference between me and Jose and the whole party was that we used to box. We actually met at the boxing gym. So our respect for Floyd Mayweather was so much different than everybody else at the party. Me and him always said that Floyd Mayweather was the best fighter of our time, hands down. There is nobody alive today that can beat Floyd Mayweather. So I believe that Ryan Garcia was getting advice from Floyd Mayweather about fighting the best fighter for the most money. And I always understood that because boxing is the toughest sport in the world. So I'm just curious if Floyd Mayweather has something to do with Ryan Garcia pulling out the negotiations with Devin Haney, because a Devin Haney fight is a big legacy fight and it's a big money fight as well. This is a big step forward for boxing, win, lose, or draw. I would have respected Ryan Garcia just for taking the fight, the same way I respected Charlo for moving up 2 weight classes and fighting Canelo Alvarez. There is no shame to losing against the best if you took the fight. I am a different type of fan. I don't care about losses, I only care about the best fighting the best at their best. That's why I always have respect for Gabe Rosario. He doesn't have the prettiest record, but this guy fights everyone. He don't duck no smoke. But that's neither here or there. And the other day, I was wondering, why is Ryan Garcia hanging out with Floyd Mayweather so much? I believe Ryan Garcia just had his second child. But Ryan Garcia just recently posted that he was getting a divorce, and I was thinking that's probably why he pulled out of the fight. In Ryan's defense, he did pull out of the fight from one of the most talented pound-for-pound boxers that there is, undefeated fighter. I wouldn't doubt that Ryan Garcia is going through a lot right now, and God bless him. I wouldn't really want Ryan Garcia to fight Devin Haney while he's going through all this divorce, cause I'm sure that will affect him in the ring. I don't know any man that won't. But I could be wrong and it was just a business move and the divorce won't affect him at all. There are people like that, but not many. The only reason I'm saying that because he stopped negotiating with Devin Haney and called out Rolly for a fight. He also stated that the Rolly fight would be a much bigger fight, which I really doubt that. But if he beats Rolly and gets the belt, then fights Haney for unification, then that will be a bigger fight. So he probably did take advice from Floyd, but only time will tell. But moving on, as we all know, Rollies' last opponent was Ishmael Barroso, and he was a last-minute replacement for Rolly, because Rolly's opponent got caught using PEDs and they did not let him take the fight. And everybody thought Rolly was supposed to be Barroso, because Barroso looked like a 60-year-old. But it was actually backwards. Barroso was beating the brakes out of Rolly and even dropped him. And Tony Weeks did a weak move and stopped the fight, robbing Barroso from a victory. So boxing did was right and tried to give Barroso another shot at Rolly's title. They made Barroso and O'Hara Davis fight for an eliminator for Rolly's championship belt. So when they were supposed to fight, O'Hara Davis came in as a favorite. He was actually expected to beat Barroso easily. But this is why I love boxing so much. It's really the theater of the unknown. And Ishmael Barroso shook up the world like Muhammad Ali. Ishmael Barroso knocked out O'Hara Davis in the first round. And I'm telling you, champs, God is great. God is huge. I believe Ishmael Barroso came in with a Christian song. He also had Christ Lives on his trunks. And when he entered the ring, he went to one of the corners and did a little prayer, I believe. I truly believe God was right there with him in the ring. Ishmael Barroso was not alone. I'm glad because I'm a fan of all of God's fighters. Ryan Garcia is a man of God himself. I know this to be a fact because every time he fights, he ends with scripture. And I actually go to church once a week and pray twice a day. I have an altar in my house, so I'm a man of God as well. And congratulations to Barroso for his first round knockout victory. This is a new year, 2024. And so far, up to date, Barroso is the 2024 Comeback Fighter of the Year. He also has Knockout of the Year and Fighter of the Year up to date. And also throwing the least punches ever thrown to knock out an opponent in a fight. But congratulations to Barroso. Justice was served. Even Rolly Romero came up to the ring to congratulate Barroso. So it's going to be Rolly versus Barroso 2. Guys, imagine Barroso knocks out Rolly or just beats him, and he fights Ryan Garcia for a mega showdown on pay-per-view, and he also beats and stops Garcia to become the face of boxing. Rolly did say that Barroso hit harder than Tank Davis. He hit O'Hara Davis so hard he almost went down with the second or third punch he threw. He probably does hit harder than Tank. But what do you guys think about Barroso? Does he have a chance to beat Rolly and Garcia? And what do you guys think about Garcia pulling out the negotiations with Devin Haney? Comment below and I'll write to everyone back. If you guys like the video, subscribe, like, share the video, and that's it for me, champs. I gotta roll.